Hey, YouTubers and vinyl community, now that I'm including you guys in this stuff. Uh, I made a trip to Twist and Shout Records in Denver. It was my first trip to Twist and Shout. Can't believe it's taking me this long to get down there. Um, I was shopping at Atomic before and liking it really well, but they closed, so gone. That left me with one fewer choice, and I knew I needed to go check out Twist and Shout, and I'm glad I did because it's a really, really great record store. I didn't spend a lot of time in the CD section. I pretty much spent all my time in the vinyl section, which is really, really good. Um, they kind of, I guess they sort of mix their new and their used stuff together. They have it all broken out into genres, as you might expect, and plenty of selection in all the genres. They even have an audiophile specific section, which I spent quite a bit of time in. It was, I would say, it was a good, I don't know, 5 bins worth of audiophile recordings, mixed, new, and used. So it was really nice. And I spent a good 2 hours in there and came home with my usual huge haul, 4 albums. And anyway, I'm very happy with all of my selections. I didn't go in with any plan, except I guess I'll admit that I did have a little bit of a plan in the sense that I always have this plan when I go into a used record store. So I'll start with that record. I finally got a good copy of. Let me see if I can. I hate these sleeves; they're too reflective. All the vinyl community people seem to love them. Uh, I don't like them. They're nice and clear, but good God, they reflect a lot. And they're slick. They're just way too slick. But anyway, so I got Paul Simon's first solo album. Um, those of you who've watched my channel for a while know that I came across one on eBay, a copy on eBay, used one, and it was a piece of crap. And it was claimed to be in near mint condition and so on and so forth. It was horrible, and had a booger stuck in the middle of one side. Just bad. So I'm going to toss it. And I've been on the hunt for a good copy ever since. And you just don't, at least I haven't seen it in the used bins, at least in any kind of shape. So I found this one. It's actually been re-released. So if you've been hunting for a good copy of this, as I try to get it so it's reflecting reasonably, um, look for it. It's been re-released on 180 gram vinyl. It sounds really good. This copy for me was extremely quiet, so I can recommend it. The downside is, as with most new vinyl, it's way overpriced, 25 bucks, but brand new. So that's number one, and like I said, this is an album I had been kind of hunting for, so I kind of always check the S's in the pop section or the rock section of a used record store to see if I could find that. This one I certainly wasn't looking for. This is Bird at the Gate. This is a 1963 recording. Charlie Bird is a jazz guitarist, and I didn't know anything about this recording, but it's a MoFi, Mobile Fidelity recording. I get this in the audiophile bin, and it looked in incredible shape. It was used. Um, so I just bought it. What the heck? Um, Turns out it's really, really good. A couple of comments on it. It wasn't recorded very hot, so to get the sound to come up off the speakers, you're going to have to turn it up a lot if you get a copy of this. Another thing is it was recorded on 2 dates, and I think I can tell the difference between the 2 dates. As I said, it's not recorded very hot, but one of the dates is recorded a little hotter than the other, and it kind of projects off the speakers a little better. Regardless of that, it's a very clean, nice recording, um, good music. There's one tune, I've only listened to side one of this, I have to admit. Blues for Night People is kind of a tour de force of jazz guitar with some classical technique mixed in. I think I heard him switch to at least one mode in the middle of this thing. It just kind of was like a mixed bag of technique. Really interesting tune, and it is a Bird original tune. And there's a couple of bossa novas on here, etc. So recommended recording if you like jazz. This is not a challenging jazz record. This is a very listenable record. Plus, it's got really cool album art. If you can see it beyond the reflections here, and the old school notes on the back, which I love. Try to get that in a CD. Not. All right, another grab from the audiophile bin. This is a Sheffield Lab recording. Is that not obvious? They're more interested in pushing the recording studio than they are the artist. But it's Michael Newman. He's a classical guitarist. Again, wasn't familiar with him. Um, I wanted to try Sheffield Lab direct to disc recording, and I like classical guitar. I'm no expert in classical or classical guitar, but I do like listening to it. So I thought I would pick this up. It was $10, and again used, and the vinyl looked next to pristine. Has a couple of fingerprints on it, and it sounds really really good. It's ultra quiet, and I think if I got it on a record cleaning machine, I could get it quieter. But it's got a nice glassy black background. It's very very quiet. So quiet that when you do get a pop or a click, it's like a firecracker going off relatively. So nice recording, interesting performance. I am, as I said, no expert on classical. He plays a Bach piece, Albanese piece, Torina piece, and I don't know how to say the name, Eduardo Sainz de la Maza piece. So worth checking out if you find it in a used bin somewhere. The last one, I just had to go for it. I'm a big Elvis Costello nut from way back. This is a MoFi copy of Armed Forces with European cover on it. I guess they just chose to do that. This is the American cover. And it's done as a gatefold. And it's on, I think it's on 180 gram vinyl. It's at 33 and a third. It's not a 45 RPM pressing. Um, this also I picked up used and in really good shape, and it sounds really really good. I haven't listened to Armed Forces in quite a while. As good as ever, and I ended up singing to it instead of listening to it very much. And one thing that did jump out in listening, because I did listen some, is how great Bruce Thomas is as a bassist. He is so freaking melodic. He is so good. So the Attractions are a great band for a great writer and singer and character. So anyway, Elvis Costello, Armed Forces. This is kind of a must-have from the new wave era from one of the pioneers. Glad I got this. It was $25 used. They had a brand new copy, and I think it was 35. So this was a good buy, relatively speaking. Did I say what I paid? I'm going to try to remember to say what I paid for stuff because I think people might find it interesting. This was $17, the Bird album used. So there you have it for this weekend's vinyl pickups. Probably for this month's, if we count this month as December. I'm not in the market for anything else. Not sure if I'll get out to shop, so those should hold me for a while. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.